Okay, it's $500, you have no choice of carrier, the battery can't hold a charge, and the reception isn't very—
Shut up and take my money!
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Boot Camp series. For today's video, we're going to be talking about factions, but more specifically the Merchants Guild. Inside of Last Epoch, you're going to have a faction choice. Do you want to join the Circle of Fortune or do you want to join Merchants Guild? And obviously I'm going to make a video for each. Now, the Merchants Guild is the trade merchants. This allows you to buy and sell items from the bazaar. And we're going to start with just how do you access this. Now, once you are in Chapter 9 in Majelka, the upper district, this is what it looks like in the map. This is in the Divine Era. When you come to the upper district, you're going to come to the NPC Zarek. And you're going to talk to Zarek. You're going to basically get a little side quest for joining a faction. And then you're going to run over here. I think it actually gives you the waypoint, but we're just going to run to the left and you're going to come here and then you're going to run over here to the left and actually access the bazaar. And then you need to talk to one more NPC. And here we go. We are accessing the bazaar, a place that I love to go. And you talk to this NPC right here. You see the loot lizard. And you would click yes, 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 and you have now joined the Merchants Guild. So now that you've selected Merchants Guild, you've talked to the right NPCs, you know how to access it, you know how to get to the bazaar, let's actually talk about the ranks inside of this faction, and we're going to quickly go through all 12. At rank 1, you can sell all basic items. 2, buy set items. 3, buy specific unique items. 4, buy all idols. 5, buy exalted weapons and offhands. 6, buy exalted armor. 7, buy unique weapons and offhands. 8, buy all exalted items. 9, buy all uniques. 9 is a big one. 10, buy all legendary weapons and offhands. 11, buy all legendary armor. And 12, buy all legendary items. So as you level up your faction, you get access to purchasing more items. Those are really the only benefits. Now let's talk about favor. Now, when you are at the bazaar, you will see all these different vendors. And I know a lot of people wish there was just one vendor you could talk to and access all of them, but you end up memorizing it fairly quickly. Shields, body armor, gloves, and you can see on your map here that all of them have their little symbol. And for example, when you click on body armor, you will see that every single item that is for sale has a favor cost, and it'll show how much favor you have right here. Favor is the resource for your faction. This is the exact same for Circle of Fortune, the other faction that you could choose, but for Merchants Guild, this is what you're going to be using to purchase with gold. And you can see here that different item rarity have different favor cost. And I pulled up body armor because you can see that an exalted piece of body armor costs 2,200 favor. You can see that a set piece of body armor costs 480 favor, and a legendary piece of body armor costs 15,000 favor. So not only are you going to need the price that the seller puts up, but you are also going to have to spend favor. That way, it's much harder to do market manipulation. It's harder for bots. There's a lot of different systems put in here to really make this a player-driven economy. On top of that, inside of Last Epoch, there's no buying and flipping. So you just can't buy all of one thing to just corner the market. In this game, once you purchase it, it is yours forever. You can never resell it. So favor is very, very important. When I started making this video, I was literally maxed in favor. I had 999,000. So I have a ton of it because obviously I play a lot. And as you play a lot, you will get a ton of favor. So as long as you're playing, you will be fine. Now, a question I get all the time when I am streaming is how do you actually level up Merchants Guild? How do you go from rank 1 all the way to rank 12? And that is an excellent question. And the answer is, once again, favor. The way you actually level up this bar is by earning or spending favor. And obviously the way you earn favor is just by killing enemies. The rarer the enemies, the more favor you get. And you will go from rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even 7, a lot of times just by slaying enemies. But then progression gets really slow. And that's where you see complaints. Man, I'm so frustrated. I kill, and it just takes forever to progress this bar. That's because killing enemies is the worst way to progress your Merchants Guild. Not just killing enemies earning favor, but you want to spend favor. The more favor that you spend, the quicker you level this bar. So that is why when you come to the Merchants Guild, and we're just going to talk to the two-handed axe vendor, you will see Apathy's Maw. This is one of the most requested items. It's the quintessential item for Void Knight, especially Spin to Win. It only drops from the Shade of Orbis. And you will see that all of these are listed for free. We can go to page 5. They're still free. Page 8, they're now 100 gold. And you can get 100, probably 1,000 Apathy's Maw literally for free, even though people have a hard time finding this item. And the reason why that is one, we want to support each other. And when you join the Merchants Guild, almost 95% of uniques are free. But the real reason that people put them up is because to list an item, you have to put up favor. Let me show you. List an item. We'll take my 3 LP Ribbons of Blood legendary ring. And when you put this in there, it'll show to list this item, it cost favor. And the second I list it, I would get a progression on my Merchants Guild. So what people do is they just take, 50 uniques, 100 uniques, and they just list all these items for free so that they build up their ranks, and through killing enemies, purchasing items, and listing items, you will rank up very fast. Now I'm going to do my best to answer the question that you have been waiting for. How do I get rich in Merchants Guild? How do I bring in millions in gold? And this is a tough question to answer, but I'm going to do my best. Now, at one point I had over 700 million gold. Right now we're sitting at a healthy 124 million. And the answer really comes down to is knowledge. One, knowledge of the game, knowing what's good and bad, but also knowledge of the meta. What is currently popular? What's the popular build? What is everybody talking about? What is everyone playing? And when you know that, basically you can make a ton of money, a ton of gold, because you're just going to be hunting for the items that people want and then selling them for insane profit, because normally those popular builds have inflated items. Okay, it's just the nature of player-driven economies. But I have a couple examples here that I wanted to show you. And what a lot of people sleep on is you can make so much gold with idols. Now, one of the quintessential idols in the game is the double health idol. Unfortunately, this is going away in season 2. So an idol people are going to want is the 5% health and perfectly rolled 8% elemental resistance. This will be a very sought after idol come season 2. Another item you want to look for is T7 rared skills. So for example, Summon Wolf is a very popular affix because it could also work with squirrels. It's Retaliation Wolves or squirrel builds need this specific affix. So the other affixes on the item don't matter as much. If you could find a +4 helmet to wolves, this is worth millions of gold. The other types of items, this is a drop that only comes from Aberoth. This is a Nihilus amulet. It's 2 to skills, it's 4 positive affixes and 2 LP. This is probably one of the best items I've ever found. It's probably worth roughly 500 to 700 million. You also have Weaver's Will items, and there's going to be a lot more Weaver's Will items coming in season 2. For example, this Font of the Erased is 24 Weavers. That means that this item will potentially have multiple tier 7 affixes on it. You've got Titan Heart. This is a great damage reduction for two-handed, like we were talking about Apathy's Maw with the two-handed axe. And then, of course, 4 LPs. So if you ever find an item with 4 LP, just know that you instantly have a lot of money. It is some of the most sought after gear in the game. So what I'm trying to say is if you want to make loot, it does require sometimes a little research or at least paying attention for what is good and of course, what is bad. Last but not least, let's actually talk about searching for an item and how it works. And we're going to be looking at body armors again. And we're going to come right over here. And this is our NPC for body armors. And what we are going to search for is my item in game, Aaron's Will. We're going to go to more. We're going to come here, search by unique. And we're going to find my item, Aaron's Will, and you are going to confirm, and you are going to search. And bam, here is my item in game, Aaron's Will. This unlocks the build Golemmancer. But this, you need more than just this. We're going to go more. We want a 2 LP Aaron's Will, and we are going to search again. We are then going to put them in order, low to high so you can see what that will cost you. The cheapest one is 900,000. And a lot of people don't like looking at it in this view. They like clicking this box right here, bam, which you could now see so many more. Now, most people say I'm crazy. I actually don't prefer this view because I like looking at roll ranges. And when you look at this view, I can very easily see which ones are rolled good and which ones are rolled bad. But that option is yours. You can look at this itemized view, or you could look at the roll ranges, okay? So that's how you would actually search for a unique. But if you want to reset it, you just click the X here and it resets. So let's actually look up an exalted item. So we're going to go class. We'll look at an Acolyte. We will look up an exalted rarity. And then we're going to come here and click more again. We're going to go to affix and we're going to look up Wraith. So under Acolyte, level to summon Wraith, and we will put in a T6 affix. And you could even put in the range for roll. We're just going to say bottom roll, T6 level of Wraith, confirm, search. Okay, there's 104 pages. We're then going to put it low to high, and bam, you could get a T6 level Wraith, or T6 3 to Wraith, for 500,000 gold. And obviously you could extend this search. You could say, I want not a T7 or T6 Wraith, I want a T7. Search. Now that's going to cost you 7.5 million gold. And of course, this is 7 pages. You can continue to refine your search so you could find the exact one you are looking for. So that's how you actually navigate the menus. It just takes some practice and clicks to get it down, but honestly, it is very, very easy. All right, everyone, that's gonna do it. Boot Camp for Merchants Guild. I hope there was some valuable information in here and you learned. Please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, only if you think I've earned it. Check out the official Action RPG Discord. We're now over 4,500 members. Game night, movie night, game giveaways, voice channels. We do a community event every last Epoch drop. It's always so much fun. Check out the Discord. Last but not least, we have now launched actionrpg.com. It's in its beta soft launch for the website, but I secured the domain actionrpg.com. We've worked thousands of hours to get custom CMSs for a few games. Last Epoch is fully up and running with 37 up-to-date build guides, so you can check it on your phone or on PC, actionrpg.com. Fully unmonetized. We're just looking for people to click buttons and give us feedback. All right, I'm done. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.